Okay, so we're going to be, we're sitting on a bench and we're going to look down at our feet and we're going to notice our shoes, what kind of shoes we're wearing for this walk. And then we're going to stand up and look at the path in front of us and take notice of what you see in the path, what kinds of smells that you notice in the path in front of you. What do you hear around you? Uh, what do you, um, feel on your skin? Is it windy? Is it cold? Is it hot? Um, and as you feel these sensations, uh, you can start your walk, and you can notice what is around you as you're going down the path. Is it a wooded path? I see a hand raised. Um,
You don't have to walk, do you? Because I have a cast on my right ankle. I fell like on 17th of June. I don't have it off yet.
You can pretend someone is pushing you.
Okay. You don't have to be outside, do you?
This is wherever you want to be.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. And thank you for mentioning that so we can accommodate.
Okay.
So you're moving forward. Maybe you're flying. Maybe you're walking. Maybe you're being pushed. And you move forward and you see maybe you're inside or maybe you're outside. You could be in nature or in a city. So take in whatever you see in your mind's eye and notice all the senses. Do you smell something? Is it a good smell? Is it a familiar smell? Maybe it's a new smell. If you are walking, how do your feet feel on the ground? If you're moving in some other way, how does that motion feel? And when you open your eyes, you look in front of you, and whether indoors or outdoors, you see a small stream. So it could be one of those indoor water features if you're inside. It could be a small stream in a forest. It could be the gutter on the side of the road. And notice how the water is flowing. Is it flowing quickly or slowly? Are there things in the stream that block it? Or is it uninhibited and moving with ease? And what does it sound like? Maybe you touch the water and see what it feels like. Maybe it's drinking water and you taste it and you see what the temperature is. It could be warm or it could be cool. And is there a smell? Does it smell fresh? Does it smell like the chlorine of a pool? And um, when you feel it, does it feel the way you'd expect it to feel based on how it looks? And I want you to sit here by this stream and look at it, feel it, hear it, touch it, maybe taste it if it feels appropriate. And that's where we can pick up our notebooks and start writing any observations about this. And we'll do that in quiet for about 10 minutes, and then we'll meet back here. I'm going to invite everyone back. Um, Keep in mind, 10 minutes sometimes feels like you've just gotten started. So if you don't want to come back and you want to keep writing, that's also fine. Or if you want to join the discussion, feel free to keep writing afterward once we say goodbye. It's just a way to kind of start to open up some thoughts and possibilities. So don't feel like, oh, if this is not complete, I didn't do it right or something like that. Um, but for the moment, I would love if a few people wanted to share anything that arose when they were doing the exercise or anything that came about. Feel free to just unmute and start talking.
I'll go since we're all just clamoring to talk. I was just surprised by how like easy it was to picture myself there as a place I've never been. I've just seen like on TV. Um, but yeah, to just be in that moment and really feel like I was there, it was this great escape.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a real place that you have not been to. It's,
Yes. So
yeah.
I'm imagining it based on, what I've seen in
Yeah.
movies and TV shows,
Yeah.
but that's kind of fun too, since I can't, it'd be really hard. It's in England for me to go there on my own. This way I
Right.
got to just take a little break and, go there in my imagination.
I love it.
Yeah.
It looks like, Tom, you're talking.
Um, yes, and I'll keep this short. Learn in journalism class that every story I always try to do the title first. You got to have a title, the headline. So based on what you told us about sensory and sound and what we hear and what we see, what our feet feel like, I called it an awareness walk near the ocean, which is a true story because I rent a house down at the New Jersey shore for us East Coasters, and it's on a main street where the boardwalk begins, which there's like a walk you could do on the beach for 9 blocks. You walk from 21st Street where the boardwalk begins, you go up on the beach, you walk along the beach for 9 blocks. You're at the other end where the arcade is and the parking lot and the restrooms and everything. So as you're walking along, and I'll edit this, you'll see and hear things. You'll hear the lifeguards, they'll blow their whistle if there's a rip current. Kids will be playing in the sand. People have these great big blue tents now that they go under with their coolers and everything and their big radios. And you'll see people with kites trying to control their kites. And as you move further along there, you get closer to the arcade, you'll hear like kids going in and out of the arcade where they play skee ball and machines that you never win, where they have a claw that grabs things. And you'll see the day trippers in the parking lot using the changing rooms and the restrooms and everything. And then you walk back and you see everything in reverse because now the ocean's on your right ear and the boardwalk where the people walk is on your left ear. I do it every day when I'm down there at the end of August just to get some fresh air and to hear sights and sounds that you're not going to hear in Philadelphia. You're going to hear traffic in Philadelphia. There's so much traffic and it's so hot here with the humidity. And Diane will tell you, she goes to the shore. It's always cooler down at the shore. Right now, it's probably in the 70s down there, and it's in the 90s up here in Philly because they get the ocean breeze, and it's always cooler, and the ocean temperature is like in the 60s. You want to put your feet in there. So thank you for hearing me. Thank you for thank you for setting the scene for us and giving us a place to be sensory and think about what are we feeling, what are we seeing, and what are we hearing. Thank you.
You're welcome. And it's been years since I've been there, but when you described it, it came right back to me. So spot on with the description. Leslie?
I pretended I was in the ocean in Bermuda because I've been there before.
I've not.
It was a resort. It wasn't a triangle thing, but it was a resort. It had caves. It has caves there. When I was there, when I did yoga in the one cave one morning, but the ocean is really warm, not cold at all. Nice soft sand. And I was walking along there into warm water, just sitting in there because it was so warm. when I went so many years ago. It was like 2016 or 17 I was there.
Mhm.
Yeah.
How did it feel to be back?
I felt good. I don't know if I'll ever go back, but I went one time, but the
Mhm.
waves were uh the waves were going up and down and nice blue, clear water. I remember I went snorkeling there, but not in the resort part, but there was a place you could walk to and rent it snorkeling, borrow snorkeling equipment from the hotel and see all the fish and stuff. Nice and clear, they could see the fish.
Yeah, that sounds beautiful.
Yeah, yeah. That's about it.
Hmm.
That's all I have to say.
Thanks, Leslie.
Yeah.
So I went to Valley Forge Park.
Oh, who's
Um,
talking?
Oh, it's Diane.
Oh, there you go. I
Yeah.
couldn't see the screen.
I went to Valley Forge Park where there's a creek, but it's huge and
Mhm.
it's loud, and it's one of my favorite sounds.
Mhm.
And I love the way it smells there. So I brought in all my senses like you mentioned in the beginning. And I thought, these things, they live and they grow and they don't judge. They just are.
Yeah.
And I've been just so in my head, and the hamster's just spinning and spinning and spinning. And I thought, I live in the city, and I need to get to that place where there's no judgment and there's no and it's quiet and it's calm, and those are the things that really settle me. So yeah, I just been having trouble finding compassion for myself lately, very judgmental of
Mhm.
myself. And you know, the creek doesn't judge, the trees don't judge. They just are. They grow, they live. It was a beautiful exercise, and I wrote and wrote, and I'll continue when we're finished. Thank you, Lisa.
Yeah, you're welcome, and thanks for sharing. I don't think you're alone in that feeling of both the self-judgment, but also the like living in an urban area and then, realizing you've neglected to get yourself into nature, I think is pretty normal. I mean, we're trying to live our lives and we forget how refreshing it can be. Carol, I saw you'd raised your hand. Oh, you're on mute. I don't know, Diane, if you can unmute her from your end. But you're
There.
also muted.
Sorry.
Oh, we got her.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, my little adventure was also along a quiet river, um, surrounded by a lot of green grass. And I was sitting by the river on a rock with my feet in the water. And I was surprised that I I preferred to be alone rather than with other people. Usually my adventures, I'm with other people. And this, it surprised myself when I wrote down that I'm alone. So I think that was a revelation for me, that maybe I need to be alone more.
Mhm.
And anyway, yeah, that was my adventure by a river. Not
How
any
did,
place, not any particular river that I've been to
Mhm.
before, um, but anyway, just watching the fish jump, the clear rivers, which we have over here on the West Coast. So
How did it feel to be alone there, experiencing it by yourself?
very peaceful. Um, like the other lady said, non-judgmental, just watching the fish and not thinking about anything else.
I have to say, I've been doing these for a while, and I'm supposed to be here to help you all be more mindful and calm, but I feel like every time I do this, you all make me more calm, and just like anytime I hear what everyone like writes down and comes up with, it's just so soothing. It's great. So thank you. We have time for, I think, one more person or questions, if anyone has any questions. Well, if you want more creative endeavors, in a few weeks, I'm doing a social event, and I think Diane has the link to put in chat. And it's actually going to be an art related event. We're going to be doing some collage work and some mindfulness there too. It'll be longer than this, so there'll be more time for interaction and just general chatting with each other. Let me see if I can pull up the date for you all to let you know. It's a Sunday, the 21st, Sunday, July 21st at 3:30. And Diane, if you can't locate the link, I can probably pull it up too.
Yeah, I'm not real swift at this stuff, so yeah. I mean, you can find it in the Miles for Migraine website under social events, and you can read. I don't even think. Yeah, I think you have to register. So yeah, you
Yeah.
can register there.
Yep, I'm going to link us.
Thank you.
Yep, I'm just not good at multitasking, so.
Right. Same. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I'm just pulling it up. So program. Social series. Okay. So I'm going to link to the social series page, which will bring you to that event and all the other events. And there's some really great events coming up in the next couple months. The one after mine, I believe, is how to design a tattoo, which I'm planning on going to that one. I don't know if I'll actually get said tattoo, but it sounds too cool to not like go and check out. So, and then just a reminder that all of these, like the mindfulness series, but also the social events, are always posted on YouTube. So if you're not able to make one, or you just want a refresher, you can always go on the YouTube page and find it.
Also, I just put a link in the chat. It's there's you know, these programs are free and you know, for all you guys, and they do cost Miles for Migraine some money. So there's just a link for if you'd like to donate, there's a QR code. And that's it. Thank you so much, Lisa. It was really, really enjoyable. And I hope to see you all at the on the 21st, is it?
Yeah.
21st at Lisa's social art event. So thank you, everyone,
Thank
for
you.
coming. We'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.